have become too familiar with the psalm for it to do any real work. We will relearn it together in this book. 1. For the Servantless American Christian. In 1961, Julia Child co-published her iconic cookbook on French cuisine, which included the explanation that it was for the servantless American cook. In that statement, she cleverly assured her readers that the author had done the hard work for them. The book made complicated and exotic methods and recipes accessible to a new audience. The volume launched a famous career. It made old wisdom new. It crossed cultures, and it reinterpreted the work of past cooks. Modern readers still enjoy being their own French chefs as they thumb through its pages. I have a first edition copy myself. For most people, getting to know God is a far more intimidating prospect than trying out a recipe for boeuf bourguignon. When you open Julia's book, she sits with you and explains all the details. We read the Bible and wish we could have the same sort of help to fully understand its meaning. Could a similarly constructed guide assist in the study of one of the most familiar texts in the Bible? Countless books have been written on Psalm 23 over the centuries, yet outside the small audience of historical theologians, most of the understandings of the past have been lost to the average Christian. Available insights tend to be limited to the few decades of scholarship still in print. Many contemporary books on the subject only share the same insights with minimal variation. Our collective spiritual formation has suffered from this loss of the past. The desire to reclaim lost perspectives runs against our natural tendencies, however. We long for something new. We tear out old cabinets and trade in old cars and phones, not because there is anything wrong with them, but simply because we need refreshment. We also have an innate desire to solve our problems without the advice of someone from an older generation, let alone someone from 50 generations past. The Old Testament's Isaiah was a true prophet when he said, "All we like sheep have gone astray. We have turned every one to his own way." Before we study the passage containing the most formative sheep metaphor in the Bible, we must first question our desire to figure things out for ourselves. It is not uncommon for modern followers of Jesus to imagine they are the first sheep the Good Shepherd has ever owned. They wonder about his farming abilities and question his attentiveness. They imagine that they might have some tips to help guide the shepherd's decisions moving forward. Surely he is holding me back. So they drift toward their own paths. Whole seasons pass when they barely look up at the shepherd, so busy are they with their own grazing. The reality is, the longer one stares at the shepherd, the more his ageless wrinkles and knowing eyes betray his experience. He has been this way before. Millions of sheep have walked the mountains and valleys and have been gently nudged by his staff. The humble sheep will abandon the folly of thinking it has exclusive claim on the shepherd and will recognize the benefit of being only a tiny speck on the timeline of God. There is great comfort, even if great damage to our pride, in realizing that we are not the first sheep in God's flock. The comfort comes in what it teaches us about our shepherd. He is experienced. He has the well-worn paths memorized. Having walked through the seasons of life countless times with our comrades, he knows where the slippery parts are in the springtime. He can guide us to fresh water in the drought-parched deserts of summer, and he can provide comfort in the loneliness of a long winter. He is not a carpetbag herdsman. After the United States Civil War, some Northerners went south to seek their fortune during Reconstruction. The problem was that no one liked these outsiders. They didn't really know or care about the people. They coined the term carpetbagger to describe these people of fortune who lived out of their fuzzy suitcases. The term lives on today to describe a politician who represents an area where they aren't really from. They don't know the needs of the people.